All right, so I got the link at the bottom of the description here. It hadn't even been a week yet since we've been eliminated, and yet on the Houston Texans fan page, they've already announced the 2017 opponents. I mean, obviously, a lot of it's common sense with who we're going to play. 6 of our games are against within our own division, and then, we alternate divisions in our conference, and the same with the divisions out of our conference. So I'm familiarized, but everybody's wondering, well, who are our random games against, and they've already announced them. Our home games this year, these are without times and dates. That won't happen until it says mid-April. The schedules with dates and times will be released in April. So our home opponents are Pittsburgh, Cleveland, Kansas City, which Kansas City is our random game, Arizona, San Fran, Tennessee, Jacksonville, Indy. So, all right, so for the road teams, obviously Houston's a warmer weather city, so I'm not really worried about any home team that comes here. It's going to be warm climate. Both teams are going to have, both the home and away teams going to have an advantage. But on the road, we're traveling to some cities that have a colder element, a colder environment, a lot of snow, in some cases rain, like Seattle. Los Angeles, I've been to LA. The weather over there is pretty decent. It's between 75 and 85 degrees, even during the hottest part of the summer. Same with Jacksonville. Indianapolis is in the dome, so you ain't got to worry about that. Now, Tennessee may be a little cold, depending on if they schedule us towards the end of the year, like they did, of course, this previous season, where we were scheduled against them at the end of the year. We're going to travel to Seattle. Is it going to be rainy? Is it going to be cold? Is it going to be wet? Is it going to be damp? Stuff like that. New England, they tend to typically schedule us against the Patriots, preferably, if you look at the past, between weeks 3 and week 7. So, obviously, New England's not going to be, in Foxborough, it's not going to be really cold up there, so I'm not really worried about that. At Cincinnati and Baltimore, I'm a little curious about that, but they tend to schedule us against Baltimore towards the beginning of the season, and then at Cincinnati towards later on in the year. So, obviously, as you're traveling up north to face these northern teams, obviously the colder element, the fact that they're not in the most teams are not in a dome, and we're going to have to be playing them on the road. It's going to put us at a competitive disadvantage, considering we're a warmer climate team. Okay, one of the moves that the Houston Texans have made offseason was we fired Godseed. That was our offensive coordinator. Now, rumors has it that him and Bill O'Brien have been trading off on the play calling. And now it's been reported that Bill O'Brien is not only parted ways with our offensive coordinator that's been here for 3 years, but he is not hiring an offensive coordinator. And I kind of like this move. I think it's a really I think the play calling should go through Bill O'Brien. I think the fact that he hasn't been given full control of this team, considering he's on a 5-year contract, he's about to enter his 4th year. He's already had 3 years down with us. The head coach, in my opinion, is the main source of this team other than your quarterback. Your head coach and your quarterback are your main important pieces. Then it's the GM, and then, everything else goes from there. I find a link to the website on the Houston Texans news article. It's from the actual Houston Texans webpage, but they are also confirming that we are going to promote Mike Vrabel, which was our linebackers coach. We're going to promote him and put him as a defensive coordinator, which I like this move because Mike Vrabel for the longest time has been a specialist in the defense for the New England Patriots back in their old glory days. Romeo Crennel, who was our former defensive coordinator, has now been promoted to assistant head coach. So we fired our offensive coordinator. We promoted our linebackers coach to defensive coordinator, and now we got our former defensive coordinator now as assistant head coach. I kind of like this move because I feel like we're moving the pieces around in the puzzle. We're kind of shaking up the pot, stacking the deck, so to speak. And I honestly believe I like Bill O'Brien. A lot of people are like, have their opinions about him. They're like, why he's allowing his offensive coordinator to trade plays. He calls one, he calls one. I mean, you want your offensive coordinator to have some sort of intricate role. But now we've later learned, since we are now in a win-now situation, a win-now league, you have to win championships. That's how your performance is graded based on how many Super Bowls you win or how many championships you can sustain. That's why guys like Bill Belichick is so successful, because he has a very good system in place that helps him win. And now we're going to shake up the pot. We're going to stack the deck. Nothing stays the same. You can't change the route hoping to get to a different destination. So I like this move. I like it a lot. I want to know what you Texans fans think about this, about these offseason moves so far, about firing an offensive coordinator. We're not even going to have an offensive coordinator now going into next year. Bill O'Brien's strictly calling all the plays. We're going to have an assistant head coach that's been promoted. And we got Romeo Crennel, and now we got Mike Vrabel operating as defense coordinator. I like this move so far. Also, a lot of people have been asking me, what do you think about the Texans? What are their high priorities in the offseason? The first thing Bill O'Brien has already addressed during his Monday press conference, I'll have the link at the bottom of the description. It's a 15-minute video. He talks about the firing of the offensive coordinator and how, he doesn't want to, relieve a man of his job. He doesn't want to, be responsible for firing people, but sometimes that's just, that's part of the business, He mentioned his first priority was to sign A.J. Bouye. Now, A.J. Bouye is a phenomenal, phenomenal D-back, and I'm telling you right now, this guy is going to get, from what I've been hearing through the grapevine and on FM 610 radio, he's supposed to receive at least $12 million a year, a $12 million a year contract, a sick contract that I think he respectfully deserves, in my opinion. And that's just to start. If other teams are going to, offer him a contract, I can guarantee you that number could go from 12 to maybe 16 million. He's going to get a sick deal. He's going to get a sick contract, and I think he's earned it, to be honest with you, because he's had some of the best stats in the last couple of years. And I think that, he's a very integral part of this defense and in the direction we're going into. In order to sustain some sort of secondary coverage in the backfield, we have to re-sign A.J. Bouye. That's first on the list. I also think Kevin Johnson, he's going to be back fully healthy. Vince Wilfork is probably leaning towards retirement, so he's probably gonna retire. So I think we could re-sign. We're probably gonna have to go nose tackle in the draft, or we're gonna have to shift Christian Covington over to the nose tackle. He's gonna be the next starting nose tackle. You can have Devin Steele, Christian Covington, and J.J. Watt on the front line. You can still have Clowney and Merciless and McKinney as your three linebackers and Brian Cushing. So you still got your 4 linebackers in the backfield. Now everybody's been asking about Simon. What are we going to do with John Simon? I think he's still going to come off the bench, but I think he's, we're going to put him basically like in third down situations, because third down situations, John Simon is mostly effective in the backfield. Kareem Jackson, people are saying we should cut him. I don't think so. I don't think he's as bad as people are saying he is. I think he is undermanned. He's undersized, but I think we should keep Kareem Jackson. So again, the link at the bottom of the description, the Houston Texans news article, I'll let you guys read it. Tell me what your thoughts are. If you're a Texans fan, do you like these offseason moves so far? Do you like the direction we're going in? I'll probably come out with a mock draft video later on, not right now, probably like in a month or so, month and a half, and give like my opinions to what the Texans draft needs are, from position on the offense to the defense, and what moves should we make, because I think we're entering the NFL draft at 25, I'm correct. I think they said we're the 25th pick in the first round, so I don't know, we'll have to see where we can go from there. If you were to ask me right now, I'd say, you either have to draft an offensive lineman to help the quarterback, because Brock Osweiler is going to be the starter next year. With the contract you're giving him, you can't just release him and give him $25 million, or he's going to be one expensive ass backup. So you either got to start Savage, or you got to give Brock Osweiler one more year so you can give him the boot and say you got your money's worth. So I say we go offensive lineman, or in the defense, I say we either go, I want to say maybe we can go like secondary, like a safety. Some extra safety help would be nice. But that's for another video to come, another month and a half away. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Just tell me what you guys think in the bottom of the comment section, what you think about our schedule, our opponents, our home, our road, the offseason moves we made, and the coaching staff. Just let me know what you guys think, and I'm going to go ahead and sign out.